Who stands to show who we truly are?
That is but one.
Is this anyone's first Comic-Con? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts, feelings?
Terrifying, scared, intimidated, but just awestruck by everything. It's such a huge event. I'm just so grateful to be here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Have you seen any Spartacus cosplay going around yet?
Not
Or have you explored yet?
Not yet, but
Well, we had guys dragging us around in pedicabs yesterday, dressed as
I
gladiators.
did see the Spartacus pedicabs.
Yeah, that was really, there are moments in your life where you go, I never imagined this would ever happen. I would be being pulled around San Diego in a pedicab with a gladiator.
Well,
Yes.
I had one of those moments actually. Nobody prepared me for this, but we got pulled around in a pedicab. Then I saw myself on the biggest billboard, like poster of me up on the wall, and people were just all like, "Yay, Spartacus, Achilles!" And I was like, "That's me." So, being at my first Comic-Con and having that experience, it literally is a dream come true. I was like, I never expected that would happen. And I'm so grateful to Stephen DeKnight and the rest of our cast and crew and the show for making one of my wildest dreams come true.
And then you come back next year and they're all dressed as you.
Oh my God.
Next Comic-Con's going to be wild.
Well, Stephen, I mean, going back to Spartacus, how long has this, I mean, this has to be a thread that's been tugging on your mind for a while. What was the nexus of the idea? And just talk to me a little bit about this journey.
Yeah, in the original series, Nick has a line where he's talking to Lucy Lawless, and I think it's the rise of the House of Ashur, because he was promised by Gaius Claudius Glaber that he would receive Batiatus's ludus and everything that Batiatus had if Ashur helps bring down Spartacus. But then, of course, Nick gets his head chopped off at the end of Spartacus' Vengeance. But for the next season in the writer's room, whenever we would get stuck or there'd be a tough story problem, we'd go, we should have done House of Ashur. That would have been a lot of fun.
You should not have cut his head off.
So that always was kicking around in my mind. And, about a decade later, we had the opportunity to pitch a new show to STARZ and Lionsgate. And I dusted that one off. And I thought about everything I would possibly want to do. But this was the most interesting thing, a what if. And how, if Ashur had lived, how would that have affected the rest of history? Mm-hmm. So it's like he's the first domino to change what had actually happened in Roman history.
Yeah. What was that conversation like for you when he comes to you and says, hey, we have an idea. This is also a character that people love. Delicious villain. So, I mean, just tell me about coming back in and how that felt.
Let me tell you, Ash, this is absolutely true. It's one of those characters you either love to hate or hate to love.
Yes.
And I enjoy this. I said this in an earlier interview that I love it when people get angry or upset with Ashur. I love it when they get passionate like this. Our fans are very passionate. So I love that. I love when they get pissed off. Like, oh, fuck, man, I hated you. And then now I like you, but now I fucking hate you again. And love all of this stuff. So getting the opportunity, I think Graham said it yesterday, having a second chance to bring this character back to life with all the stuff that's already in me and all the new things that Stephen has brilliantly written. Mm-hmm. It's just, you think he was delicious in the beginning, he is even more delicious. And I think the fans are gonna be confused this season because there are oftentimes they're gonna love him. And then times you're gonna be like, oh fuck, there he is again.
Yeah.
And that happens with every character almost, which is a beautiful thing about our show. Yeah.
We are at Comic-Con, which is about the fans, and again, I don't think we'd be here without them talking about the show. So I'm curious for you, what has this journey meant to you with the fans and interacting with them over the years? I mean, you kind of touched on how confused we're gonna be, but what has that meant to you?
It's funny. I truly love the fans, and I'm not just saying this. I really appreciate and I'm grateful to be an actor and to do this. I said it even multiple times. I love acting so much. I even love the things that I hate about it. Mm-hmm. That's how much I love acting. Mm-hmm. And without the fans, I won't be able to do this. And it's sad sometimes when you feel like people lose track of this. But ultimately, all we do is for the fans. So my job ultimately is to honor the fans, to earn their money and earn their trust, and honor the story that Stephen and his team have written.
Yeah.
So for me, I wish people can experience what I experience. I wish everyone should experience this because it's such a it's such a great feeling. I cannot put it to words. Such a great feeling to be able to do what I do, and make a good living doing it too. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm blessed. I really am blessed.
I love hearing that. I want to go around and kind of get everybody's. Sorry, were we gonna say something?
Yeah, I was.
I like how you raised your hand.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I feel like I'm a student in this world, and there's been so many parts that have been so brilliant and magnificent, and being cast on a show that I fell in love with watching. Speaking of the fans, I was one of them, and I was sitting down watching episode after episode of the show, binging it and just enjoying every single moment and hating Ashur, but loving that character. So
what the fuck?
Everybody knows.
Everybody said Ashur.
You were no good.
You know exactly why.
Conniving.
I've never seen us united as when we talk about Ashur.
So much to hate.
And he's conniving. And so now to be cast on a show where I get to be with one of the most villainous characters that I love to hate, it's a dream come true. And you know, I don't think anything in this industry ever prepares you for that. And so again, you know, we're all sitting here, and I think all of us have had moments where we dream up something in our minds. But to be on a couch now with Screen Rant and enjoying this experience, it's epic. It's epic. It's amazing. And I think the fans will really live vicariously through a lot of our journeys that we're going through right now. Being on the show, it's like epic. It's riveting. It's exciting. We get to do action-packed things. We get to live our dreams. And, you know, our characters also go through those sort of
and
growth.
it is sexy. It's
More
a
sex than I've ever had in my life.
Sexy show. It's a sexy show.
So much sex.
I mean, just look at how look at the cast. It's good looking cast, except Graham, obviously. We're all good looking cast in here, but it's really a beautiful, sexy show.
Yeah, I would love to just get a little breakdown of each of your characters. Let me start with you. Coming in, you know, tell me who you are, what you're about, and what excited you most about coming into this season.
According to Nick, I'm Tarconi. I'm an Italian gladiator. No, I'm one of the gladiators in the Ludus. Tarchon.
People will be confused.
Tarchon. Yeah, I'm not an Italian gladiator, by the way.
I just kept calling it this throughout the season. I'm like, Tarconi.
But I'm
Gonna catch on.
It probably will. Oh. Scratch that. I'm a gladiator in the Ludus, and I am this beautiful, amazing, strong woman's rival, fighting for champion as well. And I have a beautiful relationship and a beautiful responsibility to tell the story of a relationship between a father and a son in a Ludus, which hasn't been explored yet, which is a huge honor. And I had a great time doing it with Dan, who you guys will see later on in the show, a phenomenal actor. But got to explore, you know, discovering how to make your dad proud in that environment, in an environment where it's live or die, and everyone's fighting for their lives. Everyone's just fighting for power and having a taste of that, whilst also navigating love and relationships like everyone else here. So that's a little bit about me.
I play Cornelia Cinna, married to Julius Caesar, and I am one of, or maybe the power player of the show. I have my foot on Ashur's neck the whole time, and I'm another character.
Everybody laughs. Look at this. See this? Now you guys see.
Oh, Nick.
They just start laughing. They come together in my misery.
That's part of the writing, though. I mean, you can't.
I guess it is.
Blame him.
Comes with a gig.
Yeah.
We do. Ashur gets kicked in the crotch repeatedly through the entire show, but
Literally or metaphorically?
nobody kicks him harder than Cornelia.
Yeah, I'm a.
He needs a codpiece.
Yeah.
I think they'll find a way through that too.
Next season.
But isn't that fun?
It's delightful. Yeah, and she revels in it. So. Yeah, good fun. You'll love to hate her.
Yes,
Yeah.
love that. I want to hear more. I mean, we got our female gladiator here.
Female gladiator, and I will say this. Achillea is chosen by Ashur because there's a side of him where he has this keen knowledge to be able to see things in people that they don't see in themselves. So when he finds her in a place of struggle, of complexity, he then creates this environment in which she is able to find her own inner strength. And Achillea is bold, she is relentless, she is strong, she is fierce, she's all of those things. And if Ashur hadn't found her in that place, she wouldn't have risen to what she becomes in this series. So I'm really excited for fans to watch that growth, that journey, that ability for anyone to find their own inner strength through our characters.
Yeah.
So I play Halara. I am an elevated house slave in the house of Ashur. I kind of run the show behind the scenes. I'm madly in love with Ashur, which is...
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
Two of both. No.
It's different when somebody says something nice. Everybody gets quiet. Like,
But there's always
Somebody's
there's
gotta
always
do
a
it.
but though. There's always
Somebody's
a but.
got to do it.
I will get madly burned in the process of loving this brutal man. There it is. But I guess Halara learns how to weaponize her sensuality and her femininity to soften his ego and his outbursts so that he can have more control and steer his way onto the top. I guess my character lives vicariously through him in terms of her ambition and rides on the back of his success and can see the potential in Ashur just the same as he sees the potential in other characters. I desperately want that from him, but we'll see what happens. Tune in, hey?
Last but certainly not least.
Well, thank you
God.
so much.
Oh, God, help us.
Chorus is he's an ex-gladiator, ex-slave who's won his freedom through basically killing lots and lots of people in the arena. And he finds himself now in a place where he has to conceal, I guess, a lot of his emotions. He keeps himself very bottled up, but that is slowly softened during the season with romance, actually, which is a real first for me. I'm actually very
sweet. It's
well,
so beautiful.
Yeah, I've played so many people who have no romantic encounters whatsoever, not even a kiss or a hug. It's nice to actually explore that as an actor, and also to explore the world that Stephen's created of that second chance, and what that means. I think everybody watching the show, and certainly everybody in the show, can relate to that idea of what would it be like if you were given an opportunity to go back and do things differently. Mm-hmm. You know, what would you change? And in changing it, what would then happen in your life? And I think that's something that people will find resonate with them a lot. Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting some loving in there.
I've been years and years.
What the hell?
There is a reason for that. I'm gonna dish it right
There
back.
he is. There's Ashur. Yeah.
Now, Stephen, do you have an overall plan in mind of how many seasons you want to do? If it,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
It's a hot mic, Stephen.
What does everyone's job futures look like in this room?
I always say, though, before I say anything about the plan, the great thing about Spartacus is anyone could die at any moment.
I know. Well,
Anybody.
Don't look at me.
it's like,
Avoid eye contact. Avoid eye contact.
Do not look me directly in the eye.
Avoid eye contact.
I didn't say anything for your boss to say.
Yeah, I always like to have an idea that a show has legs before I sign on. So we roughly mapped out about 5 seasons, and that could be 4 seasons, could be 7 seasons, all depending on how popular the show is. And on top of that, I have about 4 or 5 other Spartaverse spin-offs in the wings. If this is a big hit,
House of Halara.
which it absolutely will be, there'll be more. House of Halara, was it?
Everybody, let me. Okay.
Everybody wants a house of something.
Everybody wanted a house. Everybody wanted a house. My first season, it was the House of Chorus. It was the House of Hilaria. It was the House of
From
Achillea.
the previous cast
like,
members.
what the hell?
You know.
The House of
was shocked,
Cinna
I
has
tell
a better
you.
ring to it.
It was amazing. House of everyone. I'm like,
House of Cinna.
First season.
It's life or death stakes in real life as well. Everyone's coming for you.
As Stephen was saying, each one of our characters have that complex of a storyline that they could technically have their own spin-off, if the gods or the fates
God of
would be willing.
They don't.
But
Jupiter's cock will allow
it's
it.
just one of those things. I think fans, when they're tuning in, are going to really realize just how much amazingness, how much prowess, how bold the storylines are for each one of our characters, and they're going to be invested no matter what for many, many seasons to come if that is what we're given.
Also, there's something that's really interesting. One thing that I absolutely love about working with Stephen, like we'll have certain things and throughout the show when you're reading the scripts, and then there would be something a little bit different. They'd be like, wait, that's almost weird. It doesn't belong. And then I would call him. I'm like, Steven, this is weird. He was like, oh yeah, that won't happen until season 4. You'll pay off. And I'm like, oh. So he's got it all mapped out, clear in his head, you know. So it's nothing is by accident. So when the fans are seeing the first season, they're gonna be intrigued to some of the things that just pop out of nowhere, kind of. You're like, okay, that's interesting. And then season 2 will pay it off, and then season 3 will pay it off, and then it's a really nice connection between this. It's really, really beautiful. And speaking of what Akilia was saying, or Tenika was saying,
Both names.
it is, you know.
Call me both names.
You know,
I like
that's
that.
really, really interesting because absolutely, Ashur sees something in men and women that they don't see in themselves. Even with her, like she didn't believe it in herself. He has a way of bringing it out of her. In episode 3, there's a really beautiful sequence where he really has a way of getting this out of her and like hitting that switch, making her be what he thinks that she can be. So it's really brilliant how Steven put it together. And he kind of does, and absolutely, like to Jamaica's point, as he believes in other people, sometimes he loses belief in himself. Yeah. And Hilara comes in and assures him, no, I believe in you. She's probably one of the only people that kind of does this, except there's another character comes along, but we're not going to talk about this anytime soon. But a big teaser.
It's true. This show is about the strength of relationships and what our characters will do to get what they want. And I believe that, you know, we'll have the old fans who love it for the blood, sex, and violence, but the new fans also, they're getting a new, fresh story that we're able to tell through this new lens. There's a lot of creative liberties that are taken, and Steven has done a brilliant job with making people invested in the relationships. There's, you know, not only blood, sex, and violence, there's also love. There's passion. There's tragedy. There's everything that you would want in the best show ever. So I'm really excited for the fans and the audience to be able to see just how layered each one of these characters are in our storyline.
Thank you for coming by to Screen Rant and Bully Nick. That was great.
It's our pleasure. Everybody's like, oh, we got you.
Get a whole genuinely. And I think your panel's Saturday? When is your panel?
Yeah,
Saturday. Okay,
You get to see the trailer for the first time.
Get to see the trailer.
It's fantastic.
It's a great trailer.
And then, do we know premiere yet?
Winter.
Yes, 2030.
Wow.
In the winter.
It's on
STARZ.
This is a long lead press tour.
It's on the horizon.
On the horizon.
Yeah,
It's worth the wait.
All right.
Absolutely.
And if the gods will it, to victory.